Okay, let's make this video again. I did make it, and I was talking about Kesha and well, Justin, and I was trying to talk about that, but I ended up getting distracted and talking about Martin and his bloodline, his children. But yeah, I realized that I'm saying the same things over and over again, and I was thinking I don't want to post this video anyway. I ended up getting a junk call after 5 minutes, and I realised that I was actually half an hour late for my badminton class. There's an hour and a half slot at this local community centre, and it's actually called Free at Last. I've known about it for a very long time, but there's never been anything really for me. I mean, I know there's loads of stuff there, but I've never really been drawn to. It's always stuff that I can't really use because it's either for kids or just things that I, I don't know, but they've started having a badminton class, and I was half an hour late, but it was okay because there was only 3 people showing up, 2 Chinese people, and they were tired by the time I got there, so they were very happy to sort of alternate. So I did get quite a good session, and they were probably glad to have a bit of a break too, and alternate when I got there. But anyway, I'm going to make this video again. I got a phone call last night from someone who, I don't know, there's a lot that I could say about it, but he basically said that he's been watching my videos for 3 years, and he actually just aggravated me because he really had no clue about anything that I believed, what my religion was. He didn't know who Dala was, and then when I was talking about Kesha, and well, when I was about to talk about Kesha and my belief on what their life was like, I found myself talking about Martin and just repeating the same things that I talk over and over again, and I'm watching the video thinking, why did I do that? And I'm just like, oh yeah, because I was just reminded that someone has been watching my videos for 3 years and clearly has absolutely no clue what I'm talking about. And it was annoying because during this 3-hour conversation we had, I think he called around midnight, or I got home at about 11:30, and we started talking about 12, and we were talking on voice talk. It was a very weird conversation because I was still listening to some of his posts, and he was posting, and now he was posting, and so the conversation is all over the place because I was listening to things that he posted like half an hour previous, and then responding, and then responding and responding, and he was probably doing the same. He was listening to, so it wasn't like a proper phone call. It was me making video, voice recordings, and him responding. But yeah, he was quite. There's a lot I could say, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to first talk about the subject that I was trying to talk about before I ended up having a big long conversation about things that I've said 100 times, but I only did that because I was reminded by him yesterday that there are plenty of people who are watching my videos who just have absolutely no clue what I'm talking about, yet for some reason they think they do know what I'm talking about. He didn't know anything about Dala, he didn't really know about reincarnation, and he constantly referred to his God as being, his God, and that, he's accepted that I'm not a God. And I kept saying, go listen, go watch my Facebook page, and he's like, oh no, I don't, Facebook's not for me, I don't go on there, I don't want Mark Zuckerberg. A lot of people say this to me, they don't want Mark Zuckerberg getting hold of their information, and because of that they refuse to go on Facebook. But I'm just like, I'm God. All the proof that I'm talking through time is on my Facebook page. If you just watch my videos, you're not going to get any proof of anything. You're just going to get me talking and saying what I believe. But all my research is done on Facebook, and it's done through talking through time and space. I mean, surely saying something like that is interesting enough for him to want to be, you know what, I'm actually going to look at this. I'm a scientist. He kept going on about how he's a scientist, and he's not like me. He refers to logic and facts, and analysing stuff, and I was just, I don't know, it was just very, very annoying because it was almost like he thought that I was just full of delusions, and throughout the whole conversation he kept having these little digs at me saying, oh, you're just a silly little things you're saying and stuff. I mean, I don't know, it didn't, I don't think he even realised how much he was annoying me. That's the annoying thing. And then he started calling Elon Musk robots, and started hating the royal family because of all the evil they have, even though he doesn't even know who these people are, and saying that the Illuminati are all corrupt. And then I was trying to tell him that they're setting up a fake sacrifice, and then he missed out the word fake, and sort of think, well, why would you want to be tortured? It's fake. Why? I don't think he was listening to anything I was saying, to be honest. And he was going to talk about having he was going to come for a massage, but he kept he kept shifting the conversation back to massage, and I just think that I think all he's done is he's seen that video where I said I saw a client. He saw the video that I said I saw a client and that I might be going back to massage or seeing a couple of people, and he's just jumped on the bandwagon and think, okay, let's talk to this person so I can get a massage, and if I can pretend to believe that she's God. He was talking to me as if he believed that I was God, but throughout the whole video he was also saying that, bigging himself up and saying how he was so, he me and him are on the same level, and that we're equals, and that he knows a lot about me but I know nothing about him, and then he was saying lots of things about him, like and then asking me if I have any questions about him, because me asking questions about him is just as important as him asking questions about me, and the whole thing, it was just putting me down the whole time. And he had this horrible Islamic picture on his profile page, and this just at the beginning when he first started contacting me, I thought he was going to and give me death threats for all the anti-Islamic posts that I've been saying, because he said that he's heard my views about Islam, and I was thinking, oh no, he's going to be giving me death threats, and he didn't. But I don't know. It's I think the only thing he's thinking about is a sexual service, to be honest. He's not saying that. He wouldn't say that. But why would he tell me that he was big in the day and he had loads of girlfriends, and sometimes he had 2 girlfriends at the same time? Going into details about this, you are talking to God, and you are refusing to listen to anything that I say, and you are he's just winding me up. But at the same time, there were some strange coincidences. He said that he was the one who made the full moon parties. I've been to 8 of these full moon parties in Copenhagen, and he said that he started him and his people, or a group of people, started them in 1988, which is 1 year after I was born, and that he kind of got the bandwagon. I'm sure there was loads of them, but yeah, he's telling me quite a lot of stories about Thailand and stuff like that. I think he wants me to know him, but at the same time I feel like he's also trying to use the fact that I'm going back to massage as a way of trying to just be a girlfriend, even though he's 65 and he thought that I was in my 20s. No, I'm not in my 20s, sorry, I'm a lot older than that, and I didn't feel like you actually gave me that much respect, because you kept going on about how you were a scientist and you only follow, you're not like me, you only follow scientific facts and logic and stuff, and you don't rely on beliefs, and then he started going on about the 72 virgins and of Islam, and how Islam is being taken over, and he agrees with all that. But he's pretty sure that even though he hates the Islamic culture, and that it's like a war, because men are coming over here in just men, in groups of men, which is what you do if you go to war. You just come with your male friends, and that's how you take over countries and stuff. But I don't think he actually believed that I was Christ. I don't think he took anything I was saying seriously. I don't think he was really that interested. And I think that's a little bit of a shame, so I probably won't see him. I almost definitely, I don't know, I almost definitely won't see him, because I think to have people who claim that they know everything about you, or know a lot about you, and have been watching your videos for 3 years, and yet have no ability to believe that you're God, to me it feels like an insult, because it's almost like, oh yeah, I know everything you say, I know everything you say, but I didn't see any truth behind it, I didn't see any proof behind it, I didn't see any logic behind it. And that's just like, but there is truth. It is the truth. No, this is not. And it's just like, on one hand, he was talking to me as if I thought I was God, and if I believe, he was talking to me as God. So you're God, you know this. But at the same time, he was also very condescending and very belittling as well, because he would always be like, oh, so if you have a phobia of cats, well, this is because it's missed a couple of genes, but a couple of aunties back had some bad experience with cats, and the only reason why you have a phobia of cats is because of the genetics passed down through bloodlines. I don't think that is. I think you were probably attacked by a panther or a lion in a past life, and that's why you have fear of cats or whatever. You've had bad experiences of your own. Like I don't know. On one hand, he was claiming that I was God, but on the other hand, I don't think he was listening to anything that I was saying, and he wasn't reading any of the posts that I was posting. But he said he's going to go through it today and actually read what I said and actually hopefully listen. He wasn't interested also in the angels and singers and stuff. He was a bit. He just thought I had a lot of knowledge on it, even though I wasn't actually talking about the knowledge. I just I didn't really say much about the singers and celebrities. But anyway, I want to make a new video on this because I was supposed to be about Kesha, and then I've ended up talking about this guy. Oh, 1 second.